No joking around. I had heard that you got yourself a fiancé, but I never thought he'd turn out to be such a handsome hunk. You're always so good at getting away with the best of things.
Huh? Nina?
That is so insane of you! Gosh dang it! I'm going to have to start drinking even more alcohol now. Guess it's time to move into the whiskey next then.
Nina, calm down with all your drinking right now. I already know that you're incredibly weak to alcohol, so why are you going so hard right now? Also, why are you being so confrontational about me and my fiancé?
Of course I'd be getting angry right now, right? I'm at my limits with all of this. Every dang time, it's always you that gets to experience everything first. If you keep getting away with having everything handed to you on a silver platter, I'm going to lose my mind!
What has gotten into you? I have no idea why you have to be getting this upset with me right now.
Of course you'd never be able to understand why, right? Well, it sucks having to always be around you when you get to enjoy everything, and I just have to sit here and watch, lol.
Huh?
Piper, you and I have been good friends ever since middle school, right? We were in all the same clubs and sports together, and you and I went to high school and university together. But all that time together, I had always hated you deep down. I hated you because being around you made me feel worthless because I never got to win anything.
What are you talking about?
All the time you'd be better at me in class and better at me in sports. And when it came to clubs, you'd always get to be voted into positions of power while I just sat there in your shadow. And whenever we'd have exams, you always scored more points than me. And then there was university, where I ended up not making it into graduate school and had to find a job like everyone else. Yet you only had to take that test once, and boom, you were in graduate school. Those are all the reasons why I've always hated your... Those are all the reasons why I've always hated your guts, Piper.
Is that so?
I've always been thinking that one of these days I'd come and take the rug out from underneath you. And then I'd be able to laugh at you while standing over you. Yet I can't even find a man that's willing to marry me before you did. And what's worse is the man you have is perfectly my kind of man. So if I stop drinking now, I'll never be able to handle this.
Hey, Nina, so you think you could grab yourself a drink of water and take a moment to calm down a little? I'm sure you're just going off about all of this due to the alcohol, right? If you'd like, I can come and get you from whatever bar you're at. With how badly you're acting right now, I'm a bit worried by how drunk you really are.
Just the way you try and act all kind towards me is disgusting! No matter how you try and change things now, I'm always going to hate your guts!
Nina.
I'm never going to forgive you for always doing better than me, so you'd better be ready, Piper! I'm going to make sure that I get the better of you really soon! I'll even make sure that you never have the ability to do better than me ever again!
I'm sorry, Piper. I've made some mistakes, so can you and I break up? I was able to find someone else that I really want to marry.
What? The person you really want to marry would be me, right? I'm your fiancé, after all, and you're mine.
I'm sorry, but I found someone that I like more than you. And I want to make a happy life with her now instead. And she's even said the same thing about me, wanting to get married and all that. So, please, can you and I be over, so that I may be with her?
Huh? Can you hold on a second, Brian? What do you mean you want to marry her? Don't you dare tell me that you have been going out with someone else while you and I have been together!
Actually, her and I started dating last month. I knew that me having a fiancé and dating her wasn't a good thing at all, but the love her and I have for each other just kept growing.
You're lying. right? You have a fiancé right here, yet you cheated on her?
Wait, this wasn't me cheating or anything. I never did any of this as a way of fooling around. I really do love this woman.
This is not the time to start screwing around, Brian. You and I have been preparing for our wedding together, and we're pretty much done with all the preparations. And even our parents have been able to meet each other and have grown to become really close. Yet you chose to go out with another girl behind my back, and you're only going to tell me about her now? I never thought you were this much of a freaking idiot.
Right, well, compared to you, I am one hell of an idiot, aren't I? And unlike me, the idiot, you're the perfect woman anyone could ask for. You're amazing at cooking and doing housework, and you never got upset with me for being a bit selfish. But that's the thing, you're so perfect that it's become boring to me, and I can't take it anymore.
What?
Being in a relationship means there will sometimes be fights, right? But every single time you listen to what I have to say with open ears, you're always willing to discuss things. And even when I'd get upset and say some stupid things, you just remain calm and not scream or yell back at me. And to me, that's really boring, Piper.
Wait a second. Haven't we gotten into a few fights before? But whenever we did get into fights, you'd always say that I can't talk back to you because I'm a woman. And so to not piss you off anymore, I made sure to stay quiet and listen to everything you said. That's why you might have thought I was being patient with you and acting all boring. I was doing all of that for you.
Huh? When was I ever so mad at you that I'd say something so dumb?
What are you talking about? There were literally times you got so mad at me that you'd start throwing things. And there was even that time you punched a hole into the wall because I talked back to you. So that's why I did as you said, and only listened to you when you got upset, and never made any comments. I just laughed it all off with you so that you wouldn't cause any more harm to anything. Yet now you're telling me that I was being boring?
Even when I told you to pay for the whole wedding yourself, you said nothing back to me, and did so. Did you seriously do that just to keep me from getting upset with you?
That's right, Brian. At that time, there were staff from the wedding hall there. And if I had said anything about your idea then, I thought you might start to cause trouble for all of them. That's why I just had to smile and agree with you before paying off the whole wedding. Even though that totaled out to being
Well, whatever. I'm not going to marry you anymore. I'm sorry, but I want you to be done with me, so that I can get on with my better future.
$50,000. You're right, I wouldn't want to marry such a jerk myself, so ending us getting married helps me out too. So go right ahead and have a great life with that scum that decided to take you from me.
I will. Your best friend Nina and I will have the best life together. Or go out and find yourself a man just as perfect as yourself, so that he doesn't have to find you boring.
Wait a second, Brian. Are you kidding me? The girl you've been with the past month has been Nina?
That's right, I've been going out with her behind your back. She told me that my face and body were just her type, and she said she wanted me so much that she'd be willing to cut ties with you. So I had no other choice but to fall in love with someone as extreme as her.
You're lying, right, Brian? Was this seriously what she meant by pulling the rug right out from under me? By stealing my
Of course, I feel really bad for all of this, so I'll make sure not to invite you to our wedding. Now, goodbye.
Today's the day of our wedding! And not only is Brian an absolute hunk of a man, but he's also been working for a great company. Lol. He even got us a wedding that cost him $50,000. Lol.
What? Nina? Even though for the past 3 months you've been avoiding all my texts, you finally decided to text me on your wedding day? Why?
I'm so sorry for ignoring all your texts, Piper. Lol. I had been looking forward to the wedding Brian and I would be having, so I was at the gym all the time getting ready for my dress. so I never really had the time to look at my phone and reply to you, lol.
Huh?
But now it's the day of the wedding, lol. And since I have some time to rest a little now, I've managed to finally reply to you. So it's been 3 months now since Brian threw you away? I'm sure you're at the point now where you found yourself another man, right? Lol.
I'm sorry to have to ask you this on your wedding day, but why the hell did you decide to steal my fiancé?
I told you, right? I was not going to forgive you for always doing better than me, lol. I had to make sure that you couldn't get married before me, and so I found a way to steal Brian from you before you guys could make things official, lol. And since then, he's been in love with me a lot more than I was first expecting. Perhaps that means that Brian and I were meant to be together, lol. And now I'm finally able to come out on top. So, how does it feel to finally lose after being the longtime winner? Lol. I have to say that for me, winning feels oh so good right now. Lol.
I never thought that things between you and I were ever any sort of competition. And right now, I don't feel any sense of having lost a game or anything. Rather, just the pain of having my fiancé stolen from me by someone I once called my best friend. And I'm still in shock about when you told me you've hated me this whole time.
This is such good news to me, lol. I'll make sure to drive those feelings even deeper into you by sending you pictures of the wedding later. Then you can look at all of them by yourself as you bawl your eyes out, lol.
You did say that today's the day of your wedding, right? It's amazing that it's only been a few months since you stole Brian from me, and you've already gained the trust of his parents.
Well, you were the one that did all the hard work setting up this wedding, so it took no time at all for me to be able to take your place in it, lol. All that has to happen now is marrying Brian, and then I'll be a part of his family, no matter what his parents say. I'm so glad that we were able to get the wedding started this fast, lol.
Are you actually using the wedding that Brian and I had planned out as your own wedding now?
You're a little too late now to do anything about it, lol. Did the shock from losing your man to me make you forget about all the work and everything you put into this wedding, lol? I'm amazed you even forgot that today is the exact day you and him were supposed to get married, lol. And by the way, this is the wedding you paid $50,000 for, lol.
What?
Not only did I take your fiancé from you, but I was also able to get your wedding as well, lol. Sorry about that, lol. But this is all a part of me winning this game you've been playing with me. So thank you for giving me this wedding as a prize for my victory, lol. This beats thinking that Brian had paid for this whole wedding for me by a long shot, lol.
But the wedding I had planned happened yesterday.
Huh?
If I just left that wedding open without doing anything with it, anyone could have gone with Brian to it.
Hold on, Piper. What do you mean you had the wedding yesterday? I stole your fiancé, right? So how the hell did you have a wedding with anyone when you've only just lost your fiancé, lol?
I married someone I've been friends with ever since we were both in elementary school.
Huh? Someone that you've been friends with for that long?
I'm sure you might know him too, Nina. He's the one that's been living near my house in that mansion. And since we've both been living in the same neighborhood for so long, we've practically known each other even before elementary school. However, when we went to middle school, we ended up going our separate ways for a while. So maybe you don't actually know him after all now that I think of it.
Now that you mention all that, though, I do recall you saying you had a rich friend that wasn't in town much.
Well, he went to a school out of town, but his house was still next to my family. And our parents have been good friends for a long time now, so even though we hadn't met for the longest time, we still knew what was going on in one another's life. Anyway, due to our families being so close, when my parents heard that you stole Brian from me, they went and asked his parents about whether he had anyone or not. And the next day, he called me and proposed to me over the phone. He actually told me that he's been into me for the longest time and was always thinking about the two of us getting married.
Huh? He proposed to you within a day?
I was amazed by that as well, but I had known about him for the longest time, and I knew he was always a kind and gentle man, so I said yes to him.
You're kidding.
And what makes this even better is that both our parents already know each other very well enough that we got to cut out all the awkward parts. Therefore, we were able to get ready for the wedding in no time. But I had wondered if it'd be okay for me to change Brian's info out for my new fiancés, and when I called the wedding hall, they said they'd be able to change everything as long as I pushed the wedding date a day ahead.
And that's how you were able to have a wedding yesterday? The $50,000 wedding that we were supposed to have today was taken away from us right under our noses?
This wasn't supposed to be your guys' wedding in the first place. It was mine. I was the one that paid for all of it, and I was the only one to sign off on all the contracts for it. So please don't act as though it was ever going to be your guys' wedding.
That's...
It's lucky that the date for the wedding was pushed ahead by a day. But I'm sure that's because some other couple wanted to have their wedding today or something, and when I asked to change Brian's information, they assumed that I would change everything else as well. I was also told that another couple was wanting today as their date anyway, so I totally went with it and moved our wedding to what was yesterday. Thank goodness I was the one that put the wedding together, because I'm sure Brian wouldn't have been so kind about changing the date. Lol.
Then what are we going to do about our wedding today? You took away the wedding that the two of us were supposed to have. And now you're saying that someone else is having their wedding here today? Where are we supposed to have our wedding now?
I don't know the answers to that. Why not just have it in a park nearby or something?
Huh?
Well, anyway, the two of us have our honeymoon to head out to, so goodbye. And sorry for once again beating you in another one of your stupid self-made competitions.
What the hell, Piper? What makes you think you can just take our wedding from us?
I never once took anything from you guys. I was the one that paid for the wedding in the first place, and so I ended up still putting it to use.
You think so? I heard that you ended up finding a man that's better off than me. Yeah, right. I'm sure you were just so heartbroken by being tossed out by me that you just ended up marrying any man that came up to you on the street.
Huh?
Do you really think I'd believe that you could lose all the love you had for me that quickly? You're an idiot. I feel kind of bad for whatever man you put through that wedding, because he probably doesn't even know he's ended up with someone else's leftovers.
I never had this wedding as a way of getting back at you or anything, Brian, if that's what you're trying to think. All that happened was you leaving me, even though we had planned on getting married. And then I found someone even more amazing to make my husband. And can you please stop thinking that I'd have any feelings for you now?
Sure thing. I'd love to think that you're done with me, but you're not. You're still upset with me that you got thrown away, but you can't let go of me. And that's why you had that wedding, to make me jealous and hope that I'd come back to you. I'm sure that the guy you found to take you up on your plan to spite me isn't even that good looking. If anything, he has to be worse looking than you. And to add on to that, He had to freeload a wedding from you, so that must mean he has no money. You might have thought you were going to make me jealous, but all you've done is show me the idiot that you really are for having a $50,000 wedding with some loser.
No, we actually chose to make the wedding even better by putting in another $50,000 to make it a $100,000 wedding.
What?
Not only is he an attractive man, but he's also got the money to support me. He's a great-looking man on the outside, with a heart of gold on the inside. And when I told him the wedding would already be changed to make it happen a day earlier, he said he'd put in the same amount I did on it to make it an exceptional wedding.
And that's how it ended up being $100,000.
Honestly, I wasn't thinking of making the wedding any more than it already was. But my husband told me that he wanted to make sure it wouldn't bring back any memories of you and I working on preparing it, so he wanted to make it even more striking and gorgeous so that I couldn't even tell that it was the wedding we were supposed to have, Brian. And of course, he walked into the wedding hall and paid it all off in cash.
Wait, he paid us it all in cash? Why does a man like him have that kind of money? I'd assume that since he was okay marrying a woman that had been used by her previous fiancé, he would be just as desperate as you were.
Well, actually, he has his own company now. Ever since he was a little boy, he was so intelligent, and when he went to university, he studied overseas in the UK. And while he was over there, he ended up starting his own business, and now he has a company with over 100 employees.
What?
And now that I think about it, you might know of this company. I sort of knew that you and him were working in the same business together. Do you know Green Towers Limited? Recently, they've been known for creating really well-designed AI systems.
Green Towers Limited? Not only do I know them, but they're a customer to the company I work for.
Really? Is that true?
They only just started doing business with the company I'm in this year, but they do such great work with us that, to my bosses, they are seen as customer number one. And I've heard that the company is a very enthusiastic one. So when working with us on projects or whatever else, they're always working non-stop to make things happen.
Really? I never thought that his company and you guys were in such a respectable relationship. As his wife, I'm really happy to hear that.
You have to be freaking joking, though. Why did your husband have to end up being the CEO of the company we do business with all the time?
And I hope that from now on, you guys continue to have a great working relationship. And with that, you have a good one.
You are taking this way too far! You've taken everything way too far by actually marrying a CEO! Why are you always able to outshine me? None of that is fair to me, Piper! If this is how things are going to be, I'm changing husbands. I'll give you back Brian, but you have to give me that CEO of yours.
Excuse me? You know that's already never going to happen, right?
Then, at the very least, give Brian and I $100,000 as a wedding gift for being so close to you.
What? Why do you keep trying and trying to piss me off so much, Nina?
Well, if you don't do that for me, then things aren't going to go my way. After all, you and I have been friends forever, yet you've always gotten everything you wanted. If you don't at least let me have fun for once, then you're a real jerk.
Nina.
We've been best friends ever since middle school. And since your best friend is having her wedding, don't you think it's fair to give me a great gift? And I mean, you have all that money now that you have a CEO husband. There shouldn't be any problems giving me $100,000 right now. Then with that, Brian and I can give an even better wedding for our guests. To make it seem like we are both still really good friends, you should at least make it so that our weddings both look equally amazing.
Well, if you want to have a wedding like ours, then you have to save up enough money to afford it. Having a wedding like ours using our money does not make you and I equal, you know.
Shut up, Piper! Just be quiet and give me that $100,000 for the wedding! I'm your gosh dang friend, after all, so you shouldn't be talking this much and just be handing me my money!
Well then, we're not friends anymore, and so I no longer have to give you any danger money.
What?
Why are you so surprised by that? You stole my fiancé and then planned to steal my wedding. Just by doing that alone, you showed me that you didn't want to stay my friend. So that's why I will not be giving you two anything for your wedding.
What? Wait, Piper. What do you mean we're not friends anymore? And what do you mean you won't give me anything? Do you not see how cruel you're being to me? I already made sure to sign the contracts and everything for a $100,000 wedding, Piper. I just assumed that you'd give me money to pay for it all so there wouldn't be any problems. And so having the same wedding as you wouldn't be a problem either. That's why not only 30 minutes ago, I signed off on having a $100,000 wedding that would be just as amazing as yours.
Wow. What were you thinking when you don't even have that kind of money?
But if I had the money, I'd be okay. I just assumed that you'd be paying for it all.
Man, my head is starting to pound. This doesn't have anything to do with you being really drunk right now off whiskey, right?
Why would I be drinking that much when it's just after 1 p.m.?
So then, you're saying you're naturally this stupid? Well, if that's what you're saying, then I can't deny it. And don't expect me to come to your aid now. I don't even want to see you or Brian anymore. So you both go ahead and find a way to solve that mess of yours. And don't even try saying that we're friends anymore, because we're not.
Piper!
Well, if you only just signed those contracts, maybe you can cancel them for a small fee. Then you wouldn't have to worry about paying for the whole wedding. Now, you have a good one, Nina. I hope you and Brian can find a great way to have a wedding without destroying yourselves. After that, Nina ran crying to the wedding hall, asking to have the wedding she just signed for canceled. But, no matter what the reason is, a cancellation of the wedding will still set you back 30% of the overall cost. And so, Nina and Brian were still responsible for paying them $30,000. And so to get the money that they needed to pay off their debt, the two of them went to their parents asking for the money. But because the wedding between the two of them shouldn't have been happening in the first place, they declined to help them in any way. They then followed up by asking them both to leave their homes, as to not cause any more nonsense in their families. And that was the moment they had lost all ties to their families. As for Brian and his relation to my husband, things changed for the worst. At least for Brian. My husband contacted his company to let them know to never let Brian work with him when talking business. And the company responded by saying they'd never let someone work with their customers if they had any chance of causing harm to either company. And so, Brian was pulled out of working with any customers to the company and had to sit back being a paper pusher. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Hey Sal, where are you at right now? It's already a bit past the time we planned on meeting.
Huh? What plans did we make again?
What are you talking about? Today's our anniversary. It's been 7 years now that you and I have been together. And we always plan to go out to some restaurant to celebrate every year, right?
Oh.
Yet it's just past the time we reserved at this restaurant and you're nowhere to be found. Where the heck are you, Sal?
Ah, crap. Well, is today really our anniversary? I totally forgot about it, and right now I'm back at my parents' place.
What?
I'd like to head over there, but I'd get there too late if I left right now. I'd make it just in time for the restaurant to pretty much close, so let's just say I get one free pass. This time. This year, enjoy our anniversary by yourself and eat lots of really delicious food.
You have to be kidding me, Sal! You're asking me to celebrate our anniversary all by myself?
Well, it can't be helped now, can it? Look, I totally forgot that we had our anniversary today. I'll make sure to pay you back for the bill, okay? I don't even mind if you choose to order the most expensive thing they have there. I'll make sure to pay you back for it.
Do you really think you can just end this all like that? Come on now, Sal! How many times has it been now where you've no-showed to our plans? I'm literally starting to get to my limits with you.
Hey. Why are you getting so upset with me, huh? I just happened to forget about our plans this time. No matter who you are, you're bound to have a couple of accidents in your life, right? So you really shouldn't be getting this tilted over nothing.
You haven't even apologized to me yet for this, and now you're acting like this is totally acceptable? Can't you see that right now is not the time to be acting that way? You have always been standing me up recently. Don't you see that I don't like waiting around for you on my own like this?
Huh? Am I really standing you up as much as you say I am?
Come on, man. You really don't remember all the times you've no-showed to our plans? Before this, you did the same thing, and before that, the exact same thing. You say you totally forgot, and then think that's a good enough reason. You are literally wasting my time with all of this. We had finally promised to get married to one another, and I've been wanting to go and see all the different places we could have our wedding at. Yet, every time, you always cancel the plans to go out with me to see any of them. That's why, even after a while of being engaged, we still haven't gotten anywhere with our wedding prep.
Crap. You have a point there.
And now you've done it again. But this time, it was on our 7-year anniversary. You even went and made a reservation for the two of us at this wonderful restaurant just outside the city. Yet you're telling me that in the past few days, you forgot all about that and are now back with your parents? How many more times are you going to treat me this way before you realize how much it hurts me?
Hey, come on. You don't have to get this way. Listen, I've been thinking about this for a bit now, but don't you think the two of us can stop celebrating our anniversary?
What?
I mean, the two of us are engaged now, right? So that means when we get married, there's really no point in remembering this day. If I'd known you'd get this upset over me forgetting one simple plan, maybe I shouldn't have made the reservations in the first place, huh? So anyways, let's stop worrying about the day we started dating.
What? What are you thinking, saying something like that to me?
Okay. Well, I've just had my dinner here, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. So, Brenda, you can go ahead and enjoy yourself a nice steak dinner, or something to celebrate us both. Anywho, good night.
I'm so sorry for you, Brenda. Lol. I just heard from Sal about this, but yesterday happened to be the two of yours anniversary, correct? Lol. Yeah, that's right. That was our 7th anniversary of the two of us being together. Yet he ended up forgetting all about it. And instead went back to your guys' house to enjoy your dinner last night, right? I understand that you are pretty upset with him right now. But can you please try and not get too worked up over my son? To my husband and I, our boy is a very kind and generous kid after all, lol. What exactly do you mean by that? Actually, about yesterday, I made sure to make up Sal's favorite beef stew for him. So I happened to ask him to come over and have it for dinner so that he wouldn't be left out. but to think that yesterday happened to be the two of yours anniversary. I really didn't know a thing about that.
What?
If it wasn't for me asking my son to come home for dinner, the two of you would have enjoyed your anniversary together. Lol.
Sandy, can you please stop lying by saying you didn't know it was our anniversary? I thought you knew very well that yesterday was the day of Sal and Mai's anniversary. That must mean that you invited him home on purpose, right?
Oh, why would you think I'd do such a thing on your guys' special day? Lol.
Did you know things like this have been happening before between Sal and I? He's always saying his reason for never showing up to our plans is because he went back home to your house. And I never actually thought the real reason for all of that could be you purposely getting it in our way.
Lol. What are you talking about? Lol. You really think I'd be trying to get between you and Sal?
Even when Sal and I would plan to go looking at all the wedding locations, he'd do the same thing as he did yesterday and cancel last minute. Then he'd tell me that he forgot all about it as his excuse. But when that would happen, I'd try to not think much of it. I just wanted to think that he was a bit absent-minded and truly did forget about all our plans. Yet now that I think about it, it'd be pretty terrible of you to be trying to get in the way of us by asking him to come home whenever we have plans.
Come on now, Brenda. Lol. Why would you think that way? Lol. Is this you thinking that I'm trying to bully you? Lol. You don't even have evidence of any of that, yet you're labeling me as some sort of monster? Lol. Maybe it's your fault for letting Sal forget all about your plans every time. Lol.
Huh? I'm the one that's at fault?
Well, if you really cared about my son with all your heart, then you'd make sure he never forgot about any of your plans together. Yet every single time you've let him forget about everything and slip through your hands. Lol. And so, if you think you can keep blaming him for that, then maybe you just don't love him enough. Lol. Lol.
Excuse me?
Maybe it's time you guys started thinking about calling the whole marriage off. Lol. Then you'd never have to worry about him canceling on you anymore. Lol.
You have a great point, actually. Maybe I will try doing that.
What?
I'm really burnt out now by the amount of times Sal has gone and stood me up whenever we had plans. I was so happy to be proposed to by him a while back, but because of him never showing up, we haven't been able to get anywhere with our wedding preparation. And because of a lot of other things with him that have pushed me to my limit, I'd like that you let him know that we're no longer getting married. Could you do that for me?
Oh, are you really saying that wholeheartedly? Even though he said he was willing to marry a woman like you, you must really be an idiot to say all of that so clearly to his mother.
Well, if we were to continue to get married, I'm sure that you'd only grow worse as a bully towards me. And so telling him we're through would be better done now than later.
You really are pathetic, Brenda. You must not be worried at all about what'll happen after this. I was never against the two of you getting married or anything. I just wanted to make sure you were ready to take full responsibility for my son whenever he made mistakes. Lol. That's the whole reason I messed with both your plans a little bit. Yet now you want to end things with him. How about you stop with all that bullcrap and take a minute to relax? My goodness, today's generation of women are so hard to get my head around, lol.
Yeah, Brenda. Look, I've got some important things to talk with you about, so can you listen to me? I'm thinking of calling things off between the two of us.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Okay, I happen to come across another gal that I'd much prefer to marry. And my mom has been a bit worried about the two of us not getting married yet, and the last time I went to see her, she told me that I don't have to force myself to marry her.
What? Your mom was still talking about the two of us?
Yeah, she's the one that set me up with this new gal. Of course, I was pretty mad with her at first. I asked her why she'd bring another woman to her house for me to look at when I'm engaged to you, but once I got a good look at her, I knew I had to make the jump. Apparently, she even showed her a few pictures of me before I met her, and she was totally into me. So, I didn't want to make her upset by saying I had you already, so I said that I'd start dating her. And man, was she excited about me. I just couldn't believe that my mom would set me up with the perfect gal for me. And ever since that day, I haven't forgotten about her. And every day I've been all excited about seeing her again. This has to be my destiny, right? That's why you and I, we're nothing anymore. Then I'll go back and propose to her.
You're lying, right? Do things like this really happen?
I'm sorry, Brenda. But you messed up a bunch yourself, so you should be able to understand me.
Huh? Hold on a minute, Sal. What do you mean I messed up too?
'Cause recently you've been so upset with me. Every time I'd say I forget one of our plans, you'd get all pissy with me and crap. And my mom started to notice that something like that wouldn't be good for me. So she started to ask me if I was really alright marrying someone that gets so easily upset over the smallest things.
So, that's when your mom decided to bring you a new girl for you to get along with? That's not something to act all happy about, you know. If you had known your mom was worried about the two of us and the way I was getting upset, then why didn't you try and help the situation first? All you did was continue with canceling on me, even when you were the one making the plans at times. And now you want to say that I messed up by getting upset with you for all of that?
Well, it doesn't matter now, 'cause things are all said and done. I cannot see myself ever being married to you. I'm sure it's gonna feel horrible being thrown aside by a stud like me, but I have no choice.
But I'm on vacation with my husband right now, Sal.
Huh?
So don't you worry about how I'll feel, and go right along and marry your new girl. I'm already very happy myself, and so you should make yourself happy too. I'll be wishing for you and that girl to have a great relationship together.
Hey, hold on a sec. What do you mean you're on vacation with your husband right now? And I supposed to be the one that's your husband? And it's not even like we gotten married yet.
Did your mom not tell you anything about this? 2 months ago, I made sure that I was no longer together with you. I was over you always standing me up and of dealing with your mom. And so I told your mom that you and I were through, and to have her tell you all about that.
And now that you mention, I do remember getting a call about that, but that's just something my mom was saying. I just assumed that she was trying to make even more problems between us, so I just ignored her.
Really?
That's why I thought you and I were together this whole time. Yet while I was thinking that, you went ahead and got married and on vacation now.
Did you really take all I said to your mom as some kind of joke? I made sure that your mom knew I was very serious about breaking up with you. And ever since that day, you and I have been nothing. And that's why I had found another man and created a new life where I was much happier.
You're lying, right? That's a load of bullcrap. You ended up marrying another guy, besides me. You've only ever known me as the only man in your life, so you have to be lying. If you're not, then that means you've really embarrassed me with this.
Well, you're right to think that. You absolutely should be embarrassed by thinking you were still with me. Coming back to the woman you're no longer with, telling her you want to end things? What the hell is up with that? I don't care that that other girl is your destiny, so go ahead and marry her. Actually, the day after breaking things off with you, my mom told me she knew a man that I could meet. She said she thought he'd be perfect for me and asked that I come out and meet him in person. And so, when I did go and see him, I was at a loss for words by how splendid he was. And so, after our first meet, him and I worked hard to get married quickly, and now we're on our honeymoon together.
What the hell?
I'm sure you can't believe all this, but it's the truth. Unlike you, he's never late for any of our plans, and even if he thinks he won't make it, he'll let me know beforehand. You can see that he really is a gentleman. I really came out lucky getting married to him. I can't believe I made the perfect choice of leaving the man that thought it was no big deal to stand me up all the time.
No way. There's just no frickin' way. I never once thought you and I had split up yet, and I just thought my mom was messing with me.
You really are a mama's boy, aren't you? You not only listened to everything your mom said to you, but even when you had major plans with your fiancé, you chose to run back to her whenever she called. And you even ended up going and meeting the girl she set you up with.
This is way too much for me to handle. What is this? What's happening right now? We're supposed to be the ones getting married.
For the past 2 months, you and I haven't once talked with each other, right? And yet, you still thought the two of us were together, huh? Lol.
But my mom, she told me that she had you go and calm down a bit so you could cool off, and so I just assumed the past few months were you just taking time to relax and all, but instead you ended up getting married? During that time span? There's no way you could do that, right?
You really don't have to be that shocked by all of this. If anything, you should be happy that I found another man to be married to during that time. That means now you don't have to be worried about anything, and you can go right back to proposing to that new girl.
That's true, but this is all really messed up. If anything, it's like you've been cheating on me with him.
Don't start saying things to make yourself feel like the victim now. You didn't even think at the time we had broken up, and yet you still went and saw that new girl that your mom wanted you to hook up with. So don't tell me that I was cheating when you were totally okay with telling her you wanted to start dating. Yet now you want to blame me because you can't see yourself being at fault for any of this.
No, that's not what I meant.
No matter what you want to think or do now, we're nothing anymore. And as for me, I'm already doing great for myself. So please, do not ever come around me or talk to me again.
Brenda!
So you go on now and be happy with that gal of yours. Help me, Brenda! My son, something's happened to him. He's no longer the kid my husband and I know him as. Huh? Why are you asking me for help now? Please come and help us. There's nobody besides you that can help us with him. I want you to get back here and help get him out of the hands of that witch. Out of the hands of that witch? I'm talking about the girl I set him up with. I was thinking that based off of everything the first time we met, she would be okay. And Sal was into her as well, and wanted to marry her so badly. But now that they've gotten married, things have gone downhill. She happens to be a very aggressive type of woman, and she has Sal on a leash at all times. Well, isn't that great? Having a woman that keeps him in check like her works perfectly for him. With a wife like that, she'll be able to take full responsibility for anything he does. Why are you acting so stress-free about this? Right now, Sal is being taken hostage by that witch, and I can't do anything about it. I'll never forgive her for doing this to him. She's driving him into the ground, and if I can't keep talking and being with the boy I knew, then I'm not going to be able to make it. So please, Brenda, can you come back here and marry my son? What? Have you not heard anything from Sal recently? I'm married to a completely different man now. I've heard that from him, but what does that all have to do with this? All you have to do is divorce him and come back to Sal. And then my son can remarry you and we'll all be happy. Really? Please think about this with a level head, Brenda. You know very well that my son is the perfect man for you, even better than the man you're with now. My son is both very mature and generous. Wait. What makes you think a mama's boy like him makes him very mature and generous? Huh? He made sure to always be with you and never cancel on any of your plans, even if that meant ditching his fiancé. That makes him a mama's boy, right? I mean, he literally canceled on me hundreds of times, and never once did he apologize for doing so. Nor did he ever even remember doing those things to me. So what about a crappy boy like him is mature and generous, Sandy? I have no idea what you're talking about, though. Hey! Don't say such hurtful things about him. Hadn't you been dating my boy for the last 7 years? So, you have to understand there are some great things about him. Well, I've forgotten all about those things if there were any. At this point, my husband is the perfect man for me, so it's made it easy for me to forget about Sal. Huh? Really, I do wonder now why I was dating Sal for so long, especially when any man out in this world is better than him. So with that, I'm never going to get a divorce. And I'll have to say no to marrying Sal. But that's... If anything, you should be thankful that he's found a wife that is so controlling of him. Maybe she'll finally be able to stop him from being such a toxic mama's boy once and for all. You should be very thankful for that. Maybe you should take a minute or two to cool off a bit and rethink things? Lol. What? Why did you ask me to leave your son back then if you're going to be so upset about it now? Lol. You wanted him to be with a much stronger woman, right? So she's the perfect wife for him to have, Sandy. Yeah, but, Yet now, you've backtracked on everything you worked so hard for? Stop saying such stupid things and take some time to relax a little and rethink all of this, lol. Now, I really do need to get going. From now on, you and his dominating wife start making a good relationship together, okay? And just like that, there were no more messages ever received from Sandy. And as for her and her son's wife, they ended up moving in with her and all living together. At first, she thought she could start to teach Sal's wife to start acting more like her, but that was ended quickly by his wife's powerful personality, and soon she had them all listening to her. And things ended up with Sandy having to do pretty much everything in the house. Along with that, there were a few times that she asked Sal to help her because his wife was so demanding of her. But because he was too afraid of confronting his wife, he continued to ignore his mom. And even when he wouldn't do anything to confront her, she'd go off on tangents about how everyone in the house wasn't doing enough and that she'd kick them all out. This has continued ever since they all started living together, and both Sal and his parents can never catch a break. Luckily for me, I was able to stop them all from bothering me on the day my husband and I arrived in the Keys, and so I was able to put my phone down and only focused on the love we had for each other. I'm sure I won't be hearing much more about them anymore. But I do wonder if Sal's wife will get around to taking the house from his parents. Lol. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey sis, how long are you going to keep pretending you can't walk?
What do you mean?
You've been in that wheelchair for 15 years now. Don't you think that's long enough?
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say.
We both know you can probably walk by now, right? The doctor said nerves can heal. You're just using that wheelchair to get sympathy, aren't you?
What's with the sudden accusations? Where is this coming from?
I saw a video about nerve regeneration. They said most people recover eventually.
You know I severed the nerves in my right leg in that accident 15 years ago. The damage was permanent.
But medicine has advanced so much since then. Have you even tried getting treatment recently?
I've had regular checkups with my doctors. Nothing has changed with my condition.
But you live alone now. I heard from Mom you moved out last month.
Yes, I did. I wanted to be more independent.
There's no way someone in a wheelchair could live independently, so you must be faking it.
That's not true at all. Many people with disabilities live independently.
Really? How do you even manage? Can you honestly do everything by yourself?
People with disabilities can, well, living alone is something I can manage.
You're being weirdly vague. If you can really manage, why can't you explain how?
I have adaptations in my apartment. There are many tools and modifications that help.
Like what? Be specific.
I have lower counters, grab bars, special equipment in the bathroom.
What? So you really can't walk normally?
No, I can't. I thought you knew that.
You actually need that wheelchair to get around?
Yes, I do. I sometimes crawl around at home, but I definitely need the wheelchair when I go out.
Crawl? That sounds pathetic. Why don't you at least try using crutches?
The doctor said crutches wouldn't work for me. My right leg has no muscle control at all.
I bet you haven't even tried. You're just comfortable being helpless.
That's not fair. I've tried everything the doctors recommended.
Have you, though? I saw you stand up once.
When was this?
Last year at Mom's birthday. You stood up to reach something.
I can balance briefly on my left leg, but I can't actually walk.
Sounds like excuses to me. You just like having everyone pamper you.
That's really hurtful. I work hard to be independent.
Independent, but still in a wheelchair. Must be nice getting all that attention.
I don't want attention. I just want to live my life.
A life of making everyone feel sorry for you. Must be great having everyone treat you special.
No one treats me special. If anything, people often ignore me.
Oh, playing the victim again? That's your favorite role, isn't it?
Why are you being so cruel today? What did I do to upset you?
Nothing as usual. You never do anything wrong, do you?
I'm trying to understand. Please tell me what's bothering you.
You're what's bothering me. Your whole brave disabled sister act.
It's not an act. This is just my reality.
Well, your reality is inconvenient. Actually, it's always been inconvenient.
I never meant to be an inconvenience. I try to be as independent as possible.
Well then, you'll have to skip the family meetup this weekend.
What family meetup? This is the first I'm hearing about it.
I don't want someone in a wheelchair there. Just stay home alone in your place, okay?
Why wasn't I told about this meetup? Are Mom and Dad going?
Of course they are. Everyone is going. Everyone except you.
That seems really unfair. Why exclude me?
Because you'll make everything complicated, like you always do.
How do I make things complicated? I just want to be included.
Everything has to be wheelchair accessible. We always have to make special arrangements.
Those arrangements aren't that difficult. Most places are accessible now.
It's still a hassle. And everyone always focuses on you.
I don't ask for that attention. I actually prefer when people treat me normally.
Nothing about you is normal. You're just a burden on everyone.
Family meetup? Wait, are you getting married?
Actually, yes. Not that it concerns you.
Of course it concerns me. I'm your sister.
Being my sister doesn't mean you have to be involved. We're having dinner with both families and siblings this weekend, but you don't need to come. In fact, please don't come at all.
I can't believe you're excluding me from this. Don't you want your sister at your engagement dinner?
No, I don't. I want a perfect dinner without complications.
A wheelchair doesn't make things complicated. Please, let me be a part of this.
Just accept that you're not wanted there. It's better for everyone.
It's not better for me or for our family.
Always making it about you. This is my engagement dinner.
I understand it's your special day, but family should be there to celebrate with you.
You're barely family anymore. Just a guilt trip in a wheelchair.
That's incredibly cruel. I've always tried to be there for you.
Well, stop trying. No one wants you there.
Mom and Dad would want me there. Have you told them you are excluding me?
They don't need to know. I'll just tell them you're not feeling well.
So you're going to lie to them? Why not just be honest about excluding me?
Because they'd make a big deal about it. Like they always do when it comes to you.
Maybe they'd make a big deal because it's wrong. Excluding family is wrong.
You're not family. You're just an obligation.
These messages are really breaking my heart. I never knew you felt this way.
Well, now you know. So stay away from my engagement dinner.
Can we talk about this in person? Maybe we can work something out.
There's nothing to work out. Just accept that you're not wanted.
After everything we've been through, how can you be so cold?
Oh, right. Play the guilt card again, like you always do.
I'm not playing any cards. I just want to understand.
Understand this. Stay away, or I'll make sure everyone knows how manipulative you really are.
I won't cause problems. I just want to celebrate with you.
The best way to celebrate is to disappear. Can you manage that?
If that's really what you want. But please, think about this.
I have thought about it, and I don't want you there.
I'll respect your wishes. But know that this really hurts.
Your feelings aren't my problem. Just stay home where you belong. My fiancé is a doctor.
That's wonderful news. What kind of doctor is he?
A successful one. We're having dinner at the Golden Pearl. I booked this fancy restaurant to impress his family.
The Golden Pearl? I've heard it's beautiful, although I think it's on the second floor.
But it's not wheelchair accessible, so you'll have to skip it.
Are there no elevators?
I didn't check. Because I don't want you there anyway.
That's so. It would be lonely if I'm the only one not there. Can't we change the restaurant?
Why would we? The Golden Pearl is perfect.
There are other nice restaurants. If needed, I can look for another place today.
Stop trying to change my plans. This isn't about you.
I just want to be included. There are many upscale places that are accessible. Something upscale but wheelchair accessible. I can search around.
You're being selfish again, making everything about your wheelchair.
I'm not being selfish. I just want to celebrate with my sister.
Why would we change restaurants just for you? Actually, I don't want his family to see that I have a sister in a wheelchair.
You're ashamed of me?
Of course I am. Who wouldn't be?
That's really hurtful. Does your fiancé know about me?
No, and he doesn't need to. So you not coming works out perfectly. In fact, I'm begging you not to come.
You haven't told him about your own sister? How long have you been dating?
8 months. And I've managed to keep you hidden the whole time.
8 months and you never mentioned me? That must have been difficult.
Not really. It's easy to pretend you don't exist.
What? Why?
Isn't it obvious? Having a sister in a wheelchair because of an accident, that would only make a bad impression on his family.
But it wasn't just any accident. I was protecting you.
Here we go again, the noble sacrifice story.
It's not a story. It's what happened.
Well, nobody needs to know about it, especially not his family.
Don't you think he should know? What if he finds out later?
He won't find out. Unless you ruin everything.
I got a proposal, and things have been going so well. I don't want you ruining everything. Have you told him about my injury and the wheelchair? Have you explained it to his family?
Of course not. Why would I mention something so embarrassing?
I've mentioned the accident and its effects briefly, but I haven't told them about the wheelchair yet. I wasn't sure how they'd react.
Wait, what? You've talked to them? When did this happen?
Let me explain everything to them and your fiancé. Can I ask about changing the restaurant?
Absolutely not! Stay out of my life!
I'll explain everything myself and promise not to be a burden. Then you and he can get married without worries.
Don't you dare try anything. Just having a wheelchair there makes everything awkward and complicated.
It doesn't have to be awkward. Many of your friends know about me.
And they all pity me. Poor Ashley with the disabled sister.
Is that really how you see it? Is that how they see it?
Just stay away. That's all you need to do. Why can't you understand when your own sister is begging you not to come?
Because it doesn't make sense. Family should be there for important moments.
Are you stupid as well as crippled? This is so annoying.
Name-calling won't change anything. I still want to be there for you.
Well, I don't want you there. If you show up at the meetup, I'll never forgive you.
You're already so angry with me. What's left to forgive?
Just stay home alone like a good girl. Don't make me say something we'll both regret.
I think you already have. But I'll respect your wishes.
Good. Finally, you understand your place.
My place is with family. But I won't force myself where I'm not wanted.
Exactly. You're not wanted, so stay away.
I heard you weren't feeling well yesterday and couldn't attend. I hope it wasn't anything serious.
I'm sorry, but who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have introduced myself first. I'm James, Ashley's fiancé.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Sarah, Ashley's sister.
Ashley never mentioned you were sick. She just said you couldn't make it.
Yes, well, these things happen.
I was really looking forward to meeting you at the family dinner yesterday. What a shame you couldn't make it.
You were looking forward to meeting me?
Of course, meeting family is important. Ashley rarely talks about her siblings.
I can imagine.
How are you feeling now? Any better today?
About the same. Thank you for asking.
When you're better, we should all have dinner together. I'd really like to properly meet you before the wedding.
That's very kind of you. But I know you both must be busy with wedding preparations.
It's never too busy for family. Ashley seems hesitant about family gatherings, though.
Yes, she can be particular about these things.
Don't worry about arranging a special dinner.
What? I'm really sorry I missed yesterday. But I'm very happy about your marriage as a family member.
You seem uncomfortable. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. I should go now. I'll give you a proper greeting on the wedding day.
Wait, please. There's actually something else I wanted to discuss. Could you spare a moment?
You want to talk to me personally? Is something wrong?
Not wrong exactly, just curious about something.
What is it?
I wanted to ask you something at the dinner, but since you couldn't make it, Ashley told me about your injury.
She did?
You were in an accident when you were in elementary school, right? And you got hurt protecting Ashley?
Yes, that's right. A car ran a red light and I instinctively tried to protect my sister. I got hit instead.
At the intersection near Green Valley Elementary?
How did you know that?
And you were seriously injured? By any chance, were you at Green Valley Hospital?
Yes, I was. For several months.
Do you remember Dr. Stevens from Pediatrics? He was known for being strict and cold, even with kids.
Yes, I do. He took good care of me. But how do you know about that?
4th floor, right? The children's ward with the blue walls?
Yes. Were you a patient there?
I thought so. You were at that hospital. Actually, I was a patient there during rehabilitation. I think we met back then.
You and I met? At the hospital?
When Ashley mentioned you and I heard your name, something clicked. Don't you remember me?
I'm trying to. There were several long-term patients.
I was hospitalized with pneumonia back then, and you used to keep me company.
That was 15 years ago. My memories are a bit fuzzy now. I remember some of the girls I was friends with, but I don't recall talking to any boys.
That's because I was probably one of those girls you remember.
What do you mean?
I was in the hospital so long that my hair had grown really long. You used to braid it for me.
Long hair. Wait, the quiet patient in room 415?
That's right.
No way. Wait, could it be little Jamie?
Actually, it was Jimmy, but yes, I'm so happy you remember.
The one who was afraid of needles?
And you'd hold my hand during blood draws.
And tell you stories about brave knights.
To distract me, yes! What an amazing coincidence! Who would have thought we'd be connected like this after all these years?
This is incredible. You're that Jimmy?
The very same, though I've grown up quite a bit since then.
This is surprising, but what a wonderful coincidence. I'm sorry about yesterday, but I'm looking forward to the wedding.
I've gotten pretty buff from working out now. Not that scared little kid anymore.
Is that so? Now I'm really looking forward to the wedding. It will be wonderful to see you again.
Yes, it really will be. We have so much catching up to do.
Yes, we certainly do.
What the hell, sis? Why are you at the venue? How dare you show up here?
Huh? Of course I'd be here. It's your wedding day.
Are you trying to ruin everything? I thought I made myself clear.
It's your wedding day. I'm your sister.
What? You think you can just show up without an invitation? Only people who received invitations should be here.
Wait, you really didn't send me an invitation?
Of course not. I never invited you, so leave right now. We didn't arrange for wheelchair seating anyway.
You didn't invite your own sister. Not even a formal invitation?
Stop acting surprised. I told you to stay away.
You really didn't invite your own sister? Why would you do something like that?
Because you're in a wheelchair, obviously. Today is my day as the bride. Having you here in your wheelchair would steal attention.
How would I steal attention? I just want to see my sister get married.
everyone will be looking at you. Oh, look at the poor sister in the wheelchair. That's why we didn't prepare a seat for you.
Oh, you're trying to turn away your own sister for such a reason? This seems extreme, even for you.
Nothing is extreme about wanting a perfect wedding without any distractions.
I'm a distraction now? Is that all I am to you?
You've always been a distraction. Everything always has to be about you.
I've always known you resented me being in a wheelchair since we were young, but I never thought you'd be this cruel.
Cruel? You want to talk about cruel? I've always hated you.
Hated me? Your own sister? For what?
Sure, thanks to you, I avoided major injury. But when you pushed me out of the way, I still got scratches.
Scratches? That's what this is about?
My scratches hurt, too. Yet Mom and Dad only cared about you and your big injury.
You were 6 years old then. Are you still holding on to that?
It felt like you attacked me out of nowhere, but no one worried about me first. No one cared about my pain.
You've hated me all this time over that? Over scratches?
Of course! Then you ended up in a wheelchair and made my life hell.
How did I make your life hell? I tried to stay out of your way.
Friends, neighbors, everyone kept saying you should be grateful to your sister. I wasn't grateful at all, but everyone kept forcing me to be. Do you know how much hell I went through?
I never asked anyone to say those things. I just wanted to protect you.
When did I ever ask you to save me? You did all that on your own to feel good about yourself.
Feel good about myself? I was a child.
I'm sick of your self-righteous act. If you were going to save me, you should have done it perfectly.
Done it perfectly? What does that even mean?
Actually, I bet you calculated all this back then. You just wanted to be the hero.
I was 6 years old. That injury was so painful. The rehabilitation was hell.
It was all calculated, wasn't it? You just wanted everyone's sympathy.
I couldn't walk for months. I still can't walk.
That's why you showed up uninvited today, too. You just want everyone to notice the poor, noble you.
I came because you're my sister. Because it's your wedding day.
I never asked you to come. We don't want some attention-seeking fake saint here.
I see. Then I'll leave.
Good! Get lost! Finally making a smart decision.
But let me confirm one last thing. You never prepared a seat for me and never planned to, right?
That's right. A sister in a wheelchair would just ruin my perfect wedding. You don't belong at my fancy wedding, so get out.
All right, then the wedding is cancelled. Looks like I chose the wrong person to marry.
What?
I need to reconsider this marriage, so the ceremony is off immediately. I'll help Sarah get a taxi, then tell the staff we're canceling.
Wait! What do you mean canceled? Why are you suddenly saying this? That's James?
Yes, I'm James, the one who was supposed to marry you today. I never expected to see the bride's true nature on the wedding day.
You can't just cancel. Everything is ready.
I can't marry someone who would treat their own sister this way, especially not Sarah.
Why? Why are you... Sis, are you two together right now?
Yes, I've been eagerly waiting to reunite with Sarah. I was waiting at the entrance for her to arrive.
You were waiting for her? But I told her not to come.
We were having such a nice reunion until you suddenly started saying such horrible things. I still can't believe how much you despise Sarah.
What's going on? Reunion? You and my sister know each other?
Actually, Sarah and I were in the hospital together. Remember when I told you about my childhood hospitalization?
What? That can't be.
Even though she was in pain and struggling with rehabilitation, she encouraged me during my hospital stay. She was my friend and hero.
But that was just some random girl.
Getting injured protecting her sister, she was a real hero. Admiring Sarah helped me get through my long hospital stay.
What is this? I've never heard this story. It was just a cold that got worse.
I was discharged before Sarah and never saw her again. But what an amazing coincidence to meet like this. I was really surprised.
I'm the one who's surprised. If I'd known you knew my sister, I wouldn't have treated her so badly.
What? So you only regret it because he knows me?
Sarah is still my childhood hero. To see her treated so badly by her own sister? Ashley, that's not how you treat someone who risked their life to save you. I can't marry someone like that.
Can't marry? Don't suddenly say things like that. My sister and I have a complicated relationship. I'm shocked you two know each other, but today's the wedding. The ceremony's about to start. Don't say ridiculous things about canceling.
That experience inspired me to become a doctor. I wanted to be someone who could heal any illness or injury, someone who could give others courage. You are not right for someone like me.
But
I'm going to announce the cancellation. No matter how much you protest, I won't change my mind.
this is awful, sis. Look at what you've done now.
What have I done? I didn't do anything.
Why didn't you tell me you knew him? Why didn't you warn me?
When should I have told you? When you were hiding my existence?
If I'd known that beforehand, this wouldn't have happened. This is all your fault.
I wasn't completely sure it was him from back then. I was really surprised when I confirmed it at the venue.
That's bullshit. You knew. You must have planned this.
Planned what exactly? How could I plan anything?
You should have told me when James first contacted you. That's just common sense.
But no one asked me to.
What?
No one asked me to tell them if he contacted me. I didn't want to do something unnecessary and be resented for it again.
Are you mocking me? Using my own words against me?
I'm just following your rules. Isn't that what you wanted?
This is ridiculous. Because of you, I lost James. How can you act so casual about this?
Huh? So it's really over between you two?
Yes, he won't even talk to me anymore.
Have you tried apologizing? Explaining yourself?
No matter how much I try to explain, he won't forgive me. He says he's done with me. He was a doctor. I almost married a doctor.
I'm sorry things turned out this way, but you brought this on yourself.
You ruined everything! A cripple like you just ruined my life!
Name-calling won't change what happened. You did this to yourself.
This must be your ugly jealousy. You couldn't stand seeing your sister happy, so you ruined my wedding.
I came to support you, despite everything you've done.
Poor sister in her wheelchair, right? No one would want to marry a disabled woman like you.
Hey, Ashley, don't make up weird motivations.
Stop making excuses. Got injured, and now you're taking it out on your sister. Even if you were healthy, no one would want to marry someone like you.
Actually, I'm getting married soon.
What?
So I'm not jealous or anything. I wanted my little sister to find happiness with someone she loves, just like I did.
You're lying. This is another trick.
It's not a trick. I'm genuinely engaged.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you're getting married?
Exactly what I said. I'm getting married.
Big sister getting married? That's impossible. Who would want to marry you?
But it is possible. I wanted to tell the family earlier, but since it overlapped with your timing, I was reconsidering when to announce it.
You're lying. This is just to make me feel worse.
Not everything is about you. I have my own life.
Wait, you're actually getting married? But you're in a wheelchair.
Anyone can find happiness. Being in a wheelchair doesn't make me unlovable.
Who is it? What kind of person would...
He's a wonderful person who says he loves me just as I am.
What? Don't get ahead of yourself. Especially when your sister's wedding just got canceled.
But no one asked me not to talk about my engagement.
Using my words again? You think you're so clever.
I'm just being honest, like you wanted.
This is infuriating. My wedding gets canceled, but you get to get married? I'll never accept that.
Your acceptance isn't required. It's happening regardless.
If that's how it is, I'll destroy your wedding too. Let's see how you like it.
That would be unwise. Very unwise.
Oh? Actually, maybe I'll steal your fiancé instead. A perfectly healthy woman would be better than a woman in a wheelchair, right?
Oh, Ashley, always jumping to crazy ideas. Do whatever you want. But if you actually do it, I'll sue for damages.
Acting tough, huh? When things get serious, all you can do is cry. You'll be begging, please give him back to me, through your tears.
Maybe you're right. That's why I forwarded everything to James, just in case.
What?
I told James, I'm being resented by Ashley and I'm worried. Please explain to her why the wedding was canceled. I said she might try to steal my fiancé, and he replied, I absolutely won't let that happen. He said he'd stop it.
No way! Wait! I was just about to apologize to him. How could you do this?
You weren't about to apologize. You were planning revenge.
After seeing this behavior, I definitely can't reconcile. This is exactly why I ended things.
Well, I'll be going now. I have a date with my fiancé.
Wait! Don't go!
Goodbye, Ashley. I hope you find peace someday. And that's how their story ended. The wedding was officially canceled. Ashley, who had always pretended to be a good daughter in front of their parents, shocked them with this incident. After getting a major lecture, how could you treat someone who risked their life for you like this? She was kicked out of the family home a few days later. Word about the canceled wedding spread among her friends. And Ashley ended up moving to a place where she didn't know anyone. As for James, he's now a respected doctor in the community. When I got married recently, he sent us a wedding gift, and now he's good friends with both me and my husband. We often hang out together.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.